Boom bop, welcome back to another day on this podunk planet. Welcome back. My oh my, what a time to be alive. Okay, so I just had this like chain of consciousness and I want to throw it out there because I've been like unpacking and viewing things from more of a philosophical viewpoint, because again, I fully accept that most of my reality currently is bullshit. Anyway, I was thinking about, and again, I am so far away from religion, because I know that was a tool used to cast doubt not only into myself, but into massive amounts of people. But anyway, I want to look at the creation story that Christianity likes to fucking boast about. Okay, so I'm thinking about the creation story, and I'm thinking about original sin, right? And how Adam, I mean, there's no logical proof. There's still to this day, there's no logical proof that Eve came from the ribs of Adam, right? But biologically, we are still seeing the same thing happen almost daily with women using the calcium, using their bones, because that's where calcium is stored. Fun fact, to create more life, to create more atoms. So logically speaking, and then I was thinking about, oh gosh, there's so many theories. Okay, let me finish the first one first. Okay, so with Adam and Eve, I was thinking about the fact that like Adam was tempted by Eve, and Eve, and the serpent said, don't eat the apple, or whatever the fuck. I don't remember what the story actually is, right? I don't think anyone actually knows, because no one else was in existence to tell the story. But I'll leave it alone. Anyway, so I was thinking about the fact that like, what could the fruit be? What could this temptation be for a man? What could cause a man to lose all sense, to override everything that his body is telling him to go for it? And it is women. It is women. It has always been women, or the feminine, right? Because even if you are, regardless of how you identify, literally regardless of how you identify, there are still feminine features, because the masculine and feminine came from the feminine. Anyway. So I was thinking about the fact that like, the temptation being women, if we're talking around heteronormative standards, right? And the fact that like, the apple, I think, or the temptation, or that whole scenario really had to do with resource hoarding, right? Like the temptation and the fruit that you brought life into the world. You brought more life into the world. I think that's what they were talking about. Not actually, you know, like this like hippy dippy, like, oh, there was a fruit and the serpent said it's a magical snake came out of nowhere. No, like, let's talk about this shit logically, people. Let's unpack things and really, like, it frustrates me because, we have survived all this millennia, and still we're going by stories and narratives that still hold no weight, and are causing mass destruction. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. So, if the apple, if they were being instructed, if essentially they were in my opinion, I think they were being instructed by who knows what, to not reproduce. Because what happens when you reproduce? It's not original sin. It means less resources for you. It means it could lead to an earlier death. And we see that's what it is, right? Because you now have less, because you decided to bring more life into this space. Now, obviously, I don't think we understood, we didn't understand, right? We don't understand the magnetism. But like, I really have been sitting here trying to wrap my head around like, what else could it have been? Like, the story itself doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. But how I'm putting the pieces together over here in my little noggin, oh, is making sense. Like, it feels like we were not supposed to reproduce in the rates at which we have reproduced. Okay? It feels like there was a warning that said to stop it. But instead we doubled down, kept going, if anything, force more people to participate in this madness. Because what the Lord or whoever told you to go forth and multiply. Multiply what? Are you multiplying those resources, my guy? No. And then, that's a whole nother thing. And then lastly, I wanted to talk about, like, again, the creation story, because I have been thinking about the fact that, like, naturally I possess both masculine and feminine features. Everybody obviously has that, and it varies from how it's displayed with hormones and all that good stuff, right? And I almost think every single person is intersex, and but that's a whole other thing. Anyway, I was thinking about, like, the creation story, right? Like, and how the masculine exists, and, like, how the masculine exists outside the feminine, right? Because right now I'm in a very fragile place in my existence, right? Where, like, I've been thinking, like, oh yes, I can handle this by myself, but at the end of the day, I still cannot watch my back, and there are other natural predators around. So what if it meant that I needed to separate from myself? What if in my dying, in the way that survival, whatever the hell, continuation, in order for that to occur, I completely shattered my essence, right? And split myself into two, right? Just, again, to navigate, to create something stronger in one sense, so that my essence is still protected, right? So that creation can still continue. Like, it feels like that was like the natural order of things, and then the patriarchy hit. We don't know when exactly all of that started. But I'll tell you what, I'm ready to go back to the matriarchy. I'm ready. Oh boy, am I ready. And I'm about to get so many more people ready for this shift, for this change, because it's happening, because it needs to. Okay, that was a lot of words, and it made sense to me. Like, it makes sense to me, and I don't really give a shit if it doesn't make sense to anybody else, because, again, what narrative are you running on, friend? What narratives are you running on? You don't even know. Okay, that's all she wrote. Y'all stay safe and don't.